Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Got a mug here. Tea time anime. Anyway, um, so one thing I want to note is I made the audio mono now. If you have no clue what that means, don't worry about it. But because there was a thing where the left input was way louder than the right, it was kind of weird. So I decided to balance it and just turn it to mono. Another thing is, I added a command. So if you do, here, let me show it. If I do other places, I have not actually tested to make sure this works. You can get this spam thing. What? Why does this not work? Oh my gosh, I had to fix it. Hold on, let me fix it. I didn't do it right. The command is not showing up correctly because that's what I get for not testing it. Anyway, edit the message. So apparently I'm not allowed to make it do spaces. Let's see if that works. Oops, I did not put that there. Hello, eyes. Hello. I want to test this command again. Wait, let's see if it works. Is that everything correct? I think that's how it's supposed to look. Alright, whatever. It works. Anyway. It doesn't allow tabs, which is annoying, and it's very large. Oh well. Anyway, that's just a command I added so you can find other stuff where you can find me. Anyway, I feel like there's one more thing. Oh yeah, I don't expect anyone to use this, but I did redo blurps for like the 3rd time ever. I don't know why I have to redo it every now and then, but I set it up so it should work. Now, I want to see this should work. Okay, well it's not open, so I guess that makes sense. But we're going to be trying to make tic-tac-toe in soba. Soba is this in alpha, or though soon in beta. I think it's like 7 or 8 days from now. It's going to go to beta, which will be cool. So I think you'll be able to get it, public and free. For now, it was in alpha when I got it. So this is like a 3D scratch type of game maker thing. So we're going to try and make tic-tac-toe. But I believe that this is going to be super difficult and painful. We'll see how this works. So I kind of forgot what I was doing here. Because it was a while since I had this project opened. And I kind of just stopped touching it. So, exciting stuff. So I wonder what they've changed actually since receive event lane with player with upgrade. Okay. Let's see, that's fine, I think. Although when it teleports, this thing should disappear. And we'll have to set a player to a team. So, hold on. Let's see where it is. I actually don't know. I forgot where the stuff is. Set team. There we go. Whoa. There we go. Set team. Block per player. What does this do? I don't know. There's no help things on here. Player. Number 1. That should work. This thing work. Oh my goodness. Alright. It's all over the place. Let's see. What am I looking for? So yeah. Tic-tac-toe. I have some ideas. It's gonna be a bit difficult because there's not much in terms of custom models, and the logic's gonna get a bit iffy with this. But it should set the team of the player, and I think it should. There's multiple ways I could do this, but I think I just. Is it? Where is it? Set object position. I think it'll be easiest just to do it this way. Set object position. Low, and there we go. We'll set object is buddy. Yes, the teleporter itself. And then we'll set its position. Well, I think it's not use source. A custom graph for the position. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this position. I don't know what position this is. Whatever. Then we use subtraction. Oh yeah, because to subtract, is there a subtract for positions and vectors and stuff? Scrolling is so slow for some reason. From position. Oh my gosh, why is it position? Review then. Oh my gosh, man, is this thing? Can this thing be rough? What the heck? It won't let me delete it. Oh, there we go. From orientation to now subtraction. Y is just gonna be, I don't know, make it like negative 100, doesn't matter. Then we're going to do to position. Why does they really don't like grabbing? Then we can make that the position. There we go. So if I use this, how do I see it? How do I can't zoom out, and I need to be able to look around, know if it worked. It's kind of annoying. Will debug? I don't know what that does, to be honest. I have no way of checking. So, wait, does this teleport me back? I was pretty sure I subtracted 100, but apparently it went up. It's weird. Did I subtract negative 100? That might be what I did. Oh my gosh. You know what? Whatever. Oh, that's what I did. So I want this just to be 100. And can I set you to not be touchable? I forgot how you delete a behavior. It was something like, oh my gosh, whatever. Let's just get rid of this. So there's a bit of a difficulty here, which comes with certain things. Like, one is displaying the board is going to be a bit of a challenge, and the next thing is going to be, besides displaying it, it's going to be a challenge to try and get all the logic working. So one, we have to do turns, which is going to be rough. But first, oh my gosh, how do I rotate? Okay. How do I? Okay, there we go. So let's try to get into here. Same thing. So I've already managed to forget how you do it. That's pretty impressive. 2, and then object, set object. Oh my gosh, set object position. This object. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but so I can probably just do it this way actually, or but no, I mustn't. I must do it the proper way. Because why not? Why not? There honestly should be a scroll thing here. I think it would make it a lot easier, and a search bar, but it's my personal opinion, especially when the scroll speed is like this. So we're gonna go from position to vector. Alright. And then we're also gonna have to have a to position, but now we're going to do a subtraction. I'm going to put u into here, and then we're gonna put u as 100. Then we're gonna put this into a to position. Really all this does is converts the position to a different data form. I modify it by lowering the object, the position, and then I put it back in. So nothing that crazy. So that should work. And now I need to also make it so first let's check to make sure this works. So doesn't matter. Actually, let's go with this one. Just test it now. So it's gonna be down in the middle of nowhere. But there's not another one down there, which is odd. Oh yeah, because oh, this one's gone. Now I have this one. But I cannot teleport back. It just simply doesn't let you. And if I try to teleport, this will let me teleport back. My head. But now there'll be two of them. So. Anyway, so that works. Now this one still has its behavior, so we're going to remove that. Now both of them have lost their behavior. So how should we display the game? We're going to place one of these in, I think. But instead of this, can't do it here, which is annoying. But I need to set it to game starts. Set object. It's not a number. What? Why? Huh? Okay, so that works. Think I can do it this way. Of course, the object is this thing, but visible. Yes, transition. What is this? It doesn't tell me what it says. Oh my gosh, who's calling me? Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, back to the Zoom thing not wanting to work. There we go. Finally. I don't know how this works, to be honest. Just set it to 10, maybe. Oh yeah, I forgot juggle jumps enabled. It's kind of annoying. That's not what I was trying to do. Let's try 0.5, see if that does anything. I don't think this does what I want it to, though. Yeah, okay. Just delete this, actually. I don't think it's gonna do what I want. Oh, it's so hard to scroll. What is this? Oh, wow, that's so much nicer. Wait, what? I don't know what this block does. I think that's a collision block. I think that's what that does. Do I have to go? It was fun though. Good luck with the game. Thank you. See you later. What do I do? They don't have glass. Here, let me ask on the Discord actually. Let's see. I doubt I'm gonna get a response, but let's leave that open on the side there, so if they respond, I can see. But anyway. So, is there not a way of doing this? I guess I can just make this also. I can just scale this up some more. So this works like a back wall too. I can duplicate this. So hard to actually see where this is. Whoa, okay, that was trippy. That was good. I'm good. You? How are you doing? Making trying to make tic-tac-toe in this like game creator thing, but it's a bit of a challenge. There's not a way of making glass. What the heck? Wait, how did it? Oh, okay. My eyes are playing tricks on me with this stuff. It's really confusing. I would add a roof, you know, but like the problem is if I add a roof, why is this so tall? The problem is if I add a roof, we're gonna have like trouble with something else. Just join. Add a roof. It'll be dark, and there's not really any good lights in the game at the moment. It's a pretty like basic system at the moment, so there's not a lot you can do, which is part of the why this is going to be a challenge, and no one's made a game as simple as tic-tac-toe yet. So I'm not quite sure. A wall, I guess. I feel like those are gonna get in the way, but whatever. So I guess we can go for an invisible wall type of effect here. So here, if I place a block down, and what I can do is I can set game start. I can set its visibility to not. I assume that automatically selects the object itself, but I could be wrong. And it should still be solid. Hold on, let me actually put this in the center because blocks are weird and I don't want to go really into it. Go. Build up die. Should be good. Let's see if this works. If not, I might add. Wait, what's this? I don't know. Let's go over here. Yeah, but this should be a solid wall. No, there's not a solid wall. Why? What? There really should be. What the heck? So does making something invisible change the solidity of it? Shouldn't, right? It looks like it did, which is annoying. Solidity. True. So I set it to be invisible and solid. So you can see that I'm using skulls and boxes for the X's and O's because of course there's not X's and O's, but no. Nothing over here, man. Wow, okay. That's gonna make things a little bit trickier, isn't it? So let's delete that. So really what the main thing is, I don't want both players to be able to like mess with each other's tools, but I want both players to be able to see a board in the middle. However, I can also just not set it up like that, but it'll make it more distant between the players, I think. Oh well, I think I have to add this level of distance between the players. Otherwise, I don't know. There's just not much else I can do about it. So let's go ahead and just place the block again. But this time I'm not going to make it. Nothing you can do about. Wait, this is way too long. Hold on. Wait. Just reduce it. Can you? There we go. Oh, hold on. I almost got it. Almost got it. Hold on. Yay! Okay. And then we can make it super tall. Not too tall. Pretty tall. And now the idea is we're going to make a board for both of them so that they're both going to have a board on their screen. Let's actually move this teleporter. Move it over here. Honestly, this might make it easier. And we can duplicate this. Can you like not be up there or oh okay. Oh, that's how this works. Anyway, now we can do it like this. Ooh, whoa, that was weird. Both players will be isolated from each other. I could try to make a communication method in the future, but for now they're just gonna have to be isolated. I think. This shouldn't be too bad. I now need a way for them to see whose turn it is. Honestly, I need a way of keeping track of turns too, but let me just place something here for a second. I just want to look at some stuff. Send event. Clone. In game. In game for player. Ooh, wait, what? How do I set a winner? Add team score, set team score. Okay, so what I can do is when someone wins, loses, or draws, it gives a different score, and then it ends the game, I think. Think that will work? Game start. That was just for testing. Let's do game start. Where was I? Add team score. Number 1, score 10, whatever. And then end game. Well, that doesn't work. Can we wait? Let's put a wait on it. I think there's a wait in here, yeah. Let's add a wait. Make it 10. There we go. Let's also, not multi-select, but select here, multiplayers. Games, yeah. Game rules, scores on the board. Who wins? Highest score. Win number. Board type. 4 points. There we go. Oops, that's not the game. That's not the button I wanted to press. Whoopsies. So let's see how this works. Wait, that's the wrong team. Oh crap. Went on the wrong team, no. So it doesn't seem like I can really see who wins, which is annoying. Like, does it not allow me to see them? Oh my gosh, I keep pressing that. Anyway, that's not what I want. Alrighty. So I tried to see how that works. But it should be able to let me see who wins and who loses. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be difficult. And how do I communicate to the players who wins and who loses, right? Yeah, let's just go in here to see something. Play music, sound on player. Check point. I think that's a typo. Alright. So let's see what fail sounds like. Let's test these out. Alright. I think it's this one. Wait, what? Hold on. There we go. I think I didn't set it up correctly. No. But it should be playing then. Hello? What? Maybe it is on the skull and then maybe I'm confused. No, this one isn't making sound either. Hello? Are you? I thought you were the box side. You are the box side. Then why wasn't it making sound earlier? I need to lower those, by the way. I don't get it. It's not. Yeah, let's set volume to something insane. I don't know. Just in case this works, cover your ears. Okay, no, it doesn't work. That's what I thought. So, it looks like I can't use sound, which is annoying. Move these down, by the way. Did not want to use the right click. Let's see if this is level with the box. No, it's I clicked off. It's such a struggle. Struggle is real. Right, move you. Thank you. I think that's about right. So we're gonna have 9 values that can be 0, 1, or 2. And we also have to store whose turn it is, which is 1 or 2. Which it kind of chooses randomly. Like, I can just make it randomly choose between 1 and 2. That way, because if it's randomly chosen between 1 and 2, it means that it's impossible for people to choose a certain side because they know that they'll be picked. And I also have to make sure that there's enough players in the game before it runs. So I probably need a value that starts at 2. So let's actually, we need to set up some variables. Oh my gosh, this game is so hard to set up. Oh my gosh. Can I just zoom out super far? It's like super hard to control this game for some reason. Alright, let's go to variables. And we need to add a number. This is going to be called turn. Start on 0. We're going to have a net variable. We're going to call you joined. It's going to start at the value of 2. So every time that those teleporters work, it will reduce the value by 1. And when joined is equal to 0, the turn will automatically activate. We're going to call this space 1, space 1, space 2. Here, let's actually do it called space 1, 1, space 1, 2, space 1, 3, space 2, 1. Space 2, 2, space 2, 3, space 3, 1, space. Why do I keep having to do these things where I just have to create a ton of things in a row? Space 3, 3. All right, there we go. Look at all those fun little spaces. 9 total. And then there is now we will do number second moves. Oh, which start at 0. So every time the second player makes a move, it will every time the second player makes a move, that number will increase. Now, if you're wondering why the second player, it's because when the second player makes a move, okay, brain has to work for a second here. When the second player makes a move, it will count up, but the last move made in the game, is it the second player or the so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. No, it's the first player. Once the first player makes the 5th move. So hold on. First moves. And then we're going to have First team. There we go. So there we go. That is the series of things I need number-wise to keep track of this game. It looks so easy, but at the same time, the logic of all of this is going to be rough. Because in any given position, it has to check if any of the possible win conditions are met or not. If so, a certain player wins. If not, they don't win. Okay? And when the game, once the first player has played 5 moves, first it checks if the win conditions met. Otherwise, then it has to draw the game. And so it's a bit tricky here. So yeah, there's a bit of logic to this that makes it a bit difficult. I wonder if I can use just events. Let's see how events work. Send event. I don't know. Okay, so this sends a number. How do I receive events? Oh, that's annoying. I can't do that. Then well, I guess I can. Yeah. So in total, this just needs 2 events. So it's going to be with Boolean. And so it's going to be a series of events called move 1 1, move 1 2, move 1 3, and all of those. And if it's true or if it's false, determines whether or not it's a stall or if it's a box. So that makes sense. That makes sense. I can do it that way probably. So let's actually do this then. So with or false event. What's this? It doesn't say what that is. Oh, is this the name of the event? Okay. Do move 1 1. And honestly, I should probably wait. Can you even duplicate things in this? Probably not. I doubt they allow that. Yeah. Heck, it barely lets me move things around. Move 1 2. Why can I not read anymore? All right. Move 1 3, and then we have, of course, the 2 moves. So we have move 2 1, move 2 2. Oh my gosh, why did it delete it? Move 2 3. Okay, well, that's never. Oh, well, maybe it is because I accidentally touched the thing. There we go. Move 3 1. Oh wait, I probably should not have put these like this. Move 3 3. Oh, not 3 2, and then move 3 3. So each of these care about a specific square, space 1, 1, space 1, 2, etc. But I really should stagger these, so... So I have to stagger them so that their things don't get in the way of each other. So all of the different things have to already have code set up to whether or not that they're allowed to be placed at certain spots, and probably just disable or disappear to make certain things disappear. So anyway. So then we'll have an if else. And then I guess we can have a check. We have win check and draw check. Win check and draw check. Alright. Now, where is it? Else? I guess it's there. My gosh, why is it so big? Why can't you just be vertical? System graph, can you work, please? Thank you. I think that's a fairly obvious. Exciting. You know what? I don't even care. So if it's true, let's see. Set number. They're not a change number. That number would make sense. Okay. If it's true, that means it's going to be 1, and if it's false, it means it's going to be 2. Then we're going to have another if else. Well, now I need to set as true or false and convert it to a number. I think I have an idea. Right, yeah, okay. We're gonna set this to What am I doing? I have already blanked. Alright, brain needs to stop having a meltdown. What am I doing? I'm blanking as to what. It's like it's a thought somewhere in there, but it's turned to soup. Soup thought. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Let me just set this back up. Oh my goodness. Alright. Equals 1, that should work. Because if it's 1, it will be true. And if it's 2, it will be false. Right. Which means it will set it and convert it to the type that we're using for our true or false. Therefore, apply an XOR of these two, then negate the input, apply that as a condition, it should work, right? Because if they're differing, then it doesn't work, but if they're the same, then it's correct, meaning that it is the first, and therefore this would come true. Is this the exact same thing? Is this just what I wanted? Oh my gosh, this is just what I wanted. I can copy a graph though, so that's kind of annoying. Why'd they call it something weird? I don't get that. Anyway. Yeah, so now we have to set number. First moves, actually not set. From a number variable. My gosh, move these things, bro, move. First moves by 1, so we'll increase the number of first moves made. Now all we have to do is I am lost. Where am I? Okay. We could probably run the plane event. Win check. And win check can do everything else that we need once we get it set up. So win check will just have an if case, I think. Where am I going? There we go. Branch by number, what the heck? I am not even gonna quit. No, stop, 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 stop. If else, let's see. Someone wins, this will be true. So, oh my gosh, let me grab it. There we go. And if someone loses, if no one wins, then there'll also be an if else, which determines whether or not it goes on or if it will run the draw check. Yeah. Can you shut up? No? Okay. Let's do that. Show us. End event, plain event. This event is going to be draw check. Wait, we don't even need to do much for draw check because in the condition that win check isn't true and this is just automatically a draw. So we don't need a draw check actually. That's just the draw condition. So this is it. This is all of the code of the game right here. In this, well, the major logic of 4 splitting branches. X skull wins, box wins, game draw, and continue all built in here. Now I have to redo all of this code. Why? Why is there nothing for duplication? Hold on. You know that doesn't work, right? What? Alright, whatever. Why do I just have like the tidal wave song stuck in my head? Alright, there we go. Now we have to put all the set numbers in. Whoa. So the idea of all of this is just a bunch of stuff for realizing moves, placing stuff on the currently imaginary board, and how this board will actually function, I don't know yet. Like, I haven't set up any of the code for actually running any of these functions. So right now, it's just mainly in a state of mystery on how that will work. So I just have all this stuff, and then I have a whole set of code that's just to check if someone won, or if the game's a draw, or to continue it and all that. Besides this stuff just sets the values correctly. The guarantee values of any of these. Which is first moves. Now a first move is just any move made by the first player in this. Every time the first player makes a move. That's because when the first player makes 5 moves, the game is either won or a draw. So it first checks if the win condition is met. So a win condition has been met onto the board. And then it will check, okay, if that's the case. It will then go and check if it's hit number 5. If it's hit 5, that means the first player's made 5, put 5 things on the board. That means the game is over and it's a draw. Otherwise, it will continue on. And if the win condition's met, it will simply go through and check who won in particular. That's going to be fun. I don't know how I'm going to do that, really. Why does that not have playing event? Oh my gosh. Luckily, this is like the easiest of all the conditions of all time. So let me just set all of these up real quick. Oh my gosh. Eh. Eh. I mean, there has to be a reason no one's made this simple game, right? I just assume it's just too much effort for the amount of fun anyone would actually have playing tic-tac-toe. We'll see. We'll see if it's way too much effort. Eventually, or probably immediately, it's just going to be infinite draws, so it's going to be kind of boring. But, oh well. Oh well. Alright, now that I've set up the basic condition of the first statement, the second statement was not such an easy, nice condition, so I'll probably have to, I'll make that later. So anyway, this is space 1, 2. To 1 or 2. Wait, did I set that up right? Yeah. And then you are space 1, 3. You set to 1 or 2. Space 2, 1. 1, 2. What I was trying to close. Space 2, 2. Set to 1, 2. Space 2, 3. To 1 or 2. Space 3, 1. Set to 1 or 2. I know everyone's gonna. This is so gonna be a great game. Best game of all time. Literal tic-tac-toe, man. Maybe I should have just made a generic shooter like everyone else. Because I doubt this game will be popular, but this game has a point, you know? This game is not designed to be popular. It's designed to make a point. It's designed to make a statement, you know? Say, hey, more complicated logic can be made in these games. Then we'll run win check. Oops, that's not really what I need to be doing next, but yeah, whatever. Ugh. Check. Wait, hold on. I changed the spelling. I don't know. And check. Since the code for checking the win is the same among all of them, it's really not a big problem. It's not like there's anything that relies on the event itself here. It just needs to run no matter what, which is important. And then win check itself just relies on the position, so everything there should be fine. And now for these. First one. It's true, it increments first moves. Right. Oh. Wait, are these automatically set up correctly? Oh, I guess so. I don't need to mess with that. Next is this painful condition that I made here. First team equals 1, true or false, XOR, negate, all of this fun stuff. So what I have to do now is add this condition to all of them. Team. b u equal 1. If this didn't take so long to go down, it wouldn't be as bad. X or negate. Yep. What I love is I've not tested how any of this logic works. I just kind of hope it works. There's also no way to test this game. Like, how do I test this, man? Oh, wait, did I not need to do this? And whatever, I don't care anymore. Alright. I really should have just stored the first team data as... I guess it makes more sense to store it this way, though. Just some basic logic, so nothing crazy. Why does it do that? Like, what? Fine. That was a whoopsie. Not that it matters. It's a commutative operator, so. First team. False. I feel like I'm just gonna put first moves on one of these, not realize it, and it's gonna screw everything up, and I'll never be able to find it. Oh well. My goodness, is this tiring. And then I'll have literally nothing testable to say for it. That's not right. Gosh dang it, is that hard to do? They really made that as difficult as possible, didn't they? And you see, the thing is, I bet like the logic is just going to be an absolute nightmarish thing for the last thing, because it's a series of checks if something is 0. You got the 1, check if this is 0. Oh, if this is 0, it doesn't matter. This will always be false if the center is 0. Why? Because as long as this is 0, it doesn't matter what the relationship between the two other ones are. Because if these are equal, it doesn't matter. It won't say true. They all have to be equal. And if the middle is 0, then it would completely disable it. So that's the important thing. In every series, it's possibly could be triplets of equals. Let's see. There's not that many. There's a total of 8. So not too bad. So you have to check. We have to program the logic statements of all of those, whether or not it's true or false, that there is a winner. So one of the actual pieces has a successful win condition. So it'll be interesting. Maybe you can move that. Yeah. All right. It is really hard to be entertaining when you're doing something you're not entertained doing. Alrighty. But that's the last of those. So I've done all of those. So that should run the main logic of how moves work. So when moves are played and all that, that should run the main logic. That should work. The issue is going to come in with everything after the main logic, which is going to be the logic regarding win conditions. That sounds like a pain. But I can probably try and make it now. Like, it would be easier just to do all of the logic stuff now, I feel like. And then try to figure out the actual UI with the logic. So, then making the actual game part of it so that it works. Alright. So the first condition is whether or not a team won. Okay? And then I have to figure out the logic of how do I decide figure out which team won. Well, I just figure that out based off of whose turn it is. Right. Yeah, it's just based off of whose turn it is. Should work. Because whoever won should have been the one that made the last move. Alright, that's not too bad. Get ready for absolute worst, most painful, nightmarish logic imaginable. As I'm going to need every single one of these pieces of information to figure it out. So, to start, we have the win condition of 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. I have the condition of 2, 1, 2, 2, and 2, 3. I have the condition of 3, 1, 3, 2, and 3, 3. There's also another series of conditions. 1, 1, 2, 1, and 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and 3, 2. 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Now the same type of condition is really, it's like the same condition no matter what. So the same amount of logic applies no matter what we take as the start inputs. And then we have 1, 1, the two weird ones, 2, 2, and 3, 3. As well as the opposite condition, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. This is it. Let's move this actually further away. This is it. All of the possible conditions. So I guess the first step is to figure out if these are equal. The first condition simply asks, are these two equal? The second condition also asks if these two are equal. Asks if both of these are true. Amazing. That's a Boolean list. Interesting. So we'll have to do a series of ORs on all of them that converge in. So we need to move this condition further out, but wait, why is there another 2, 3 here? Anyway. So this detects whether or not both of these are true. And then there's a final AND statement that detects if this is true, as well as a line of negate. A negate and an equals. You are equal to this, put to this, and negate, put to this. This condition is going to be in the way. Oh well. And this basic logic is the logic of every single one of them. Every single one just uses this series of logic to determine whether or not a condition has been met. It's actually not that hard. See? It's not that hard to detect if someone's won in tic-tac-toe. You just need this for each of these. You really should have made it so you can move the condition. It's really annoying, actually. So we have all of these, all of the equal statements across all of them. There's 3 equal statements per. We can kind of just go across and put all the equal statements around. It's not actually that complicated. Of course, there'd probably been certain types of math that probably would have been able to make this easier than having to require all this. I think there are types of math which you can use which make this actually easier. I didn't even connect all of these up yet. Now I can start because I can now put the AND operator in. So this first condition checks if these two are equal. The second condition checks if these equal. This condition checks and checks if these are both true. This checks if the middle is equal to 0. The final AND operator, there's also a negate operation. The negate negates whether or not it's equal to 0. So if it's equal to 0, it's false. And then checks if those two conditions are met. Where should I put the negate though? I just lift it up a bit. So the middle of each of these is actually doing a lot of heavy lifting for the logic. I think that's it. And now what we can start to do too, see how there's 2 of these conditions, we can check OR. Then we can check OR this with this. We'll keep doing this. Now we have and place one right. And negate. Alright, this ain't too bad. Now we have another OR statement. And then the final OR statement connects to the condition. And this should check if someone has won. All of this just check if someone won the game. The checking with the 0, just make sure that it's not a 0 in a row condition. So these aren't true because either of them is, because the middle is a 0. You only have to check 1 because it's already only going to be true if all of them are equal. So We only have to check if one of them is 0, so I choose the middle. And then everything else is just checking if they're equal. You don't have to do this check because replacement property, whatnot. Anyway, now we're going to get an and, negate, and an and. Negate goes into here, this goes into negate, this goes into the and, this goes into the equals. These two go both into this and. These two go into this equal. These two go into this equals. So, nothing too crazy right here. Although it feels like it should be pretty insane to check for the win conditions in tic-tac-toe, it's actually not that hard. The logic's fairly simple for checking for win conditions in tic-tac-toe. Oh, and we need to set up another OR, so let's actually put the OR further down now, so that it's not getting out of hand. And then you have the OR, which checks this one, go back to this OR. There we go. And this final OR. Next those. Anyway. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. And negate. And I might as well just put the ones down here as well. So yeah, this is just a big old OR statement saying, yeah, if any of these are true, then someone won the game, right? It doesn't even matter if multiple came true, which is very, very sad scenarios. Actually, the only possible scenario where you can get 2 in a row, get 2 at the same time, I think is if you're the first player and you're literally forced into it on the last move. So yeah, that is the worst possible scenario by a long shot. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Got confused for a second. I was about to make a big mistake, but I didn't. Alright, that should be the logic. That right there was a whole heck of a lot of logic. So now we have to use turn, which should be 1 or 2. If it is equal to 1, and this will be the what happens when the game wins, which I don't really know what I want to do yet when someone wins, so we'll see. Although I do know that two, 1, 4, 1. And here we're going to set both team scores. 1 and 2. Both of them, not 0, but 0.5. I think scores are allowed to be fractional. I don't know. I have no clue how I'm going to test if any of this logic was correct. First moves. It's equal to 5. Then it goes. Otherwise, the game must go on. So first you have to take the turn. So if the turn is 1, it should go to 2, and if the turn is 2, it should go to 1. So first of all, we can take 1 minus the turn. So if the turn is 0, if the turn is 1, it goes to 0. If the turn is 2, it goes to -1. Well, then you just have to add 2. And then you just add 2 to that. But that's the same thing as just 3 minus the turn. So I don't need this. And that's what it's set to. So 3 minus the turn. Since your turn will never be 0, it will never go to the turn 3. So the entire game will break down if it's not properly calibrated. So there you go. I don't think there's anything else I have to do besides changing the turn to make the game not stop. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that should be really most of the logic. Besides the fact that these should all run events. Skull win. Box win. Draw. And then we'll set up weights on all of them. Wait 5 seconds. Then we'll end the game. Yeah, you end the game. There it is. In game. I might be able to use a gun. Hold on. I wish I put that on. I think it was box. Yeah. Right. So I can use this. Both players get one. So we're gonna set up 2 different boards. So we're gonna set up 2 different boards here. One of these boards is going to be the placing board. So this is the board that will have all of the different squares for actual making moves. And then the other board is going to be the visible board where you can see the position of the game. I probably should have set up the basics of the code of one of these first, actually. Whoops. Let's actually set one of these up real quick. Not that hard. So the idea is I'm going to use a gun to make it easier for you to select which one. Infinitely. Oh, wait, what? You can't communicate variables? Oh, that's so annoying. Wait, what? What if I click that little checky marky in front of the variable? Will that make teams communicatable? Not teams, but who's first communicatable? Or not? Yep, turns. I was right the first time. No, what? How in this world do you communicate then? Wait, what? So I guess we can just give them their own team. Or not team, but turn. What? Wait, what? I delete most of. Alright, we gotta get rid of these. There's no delete button. Oh, you literally can't get rid of variables. Wow, that's so convenient. What the heck? The heck? Delete it. Anyway, well, turn. Turn change. Do well. Guess what? equal to 2. What do I do? I need to... This is interesting. This is lovely. Brain is not braining right now. It'll catch up eventually. Right. Right. My brain caught up. All right. Well, yeah, I need the board position. But that requires more communication. All right. Let's see if I can get help. Yeah, looks like I have to just do this the painful way. Since this only cares about one of them, though, I only needed to have space. space 0. Since this really only cares if the space is filled or not, that is the event, right? That's the only condition where it's visible. In all other conditions, visibility is turned off. Sure, it's on box side. But why is it invisible though? None of that should run. Oh, because I haven't because the turn isn't right, so it's not going to show up. Until I get turns. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to test this. I mean, I can just set turn to be equal to 2. Well, this literally is the code for that. What am I talking about? There it is. And then you'd shoot it to pick it. All right. Turn starts on 0 though. Bro, why is it so slow? Why is it so slow, bro? Please. Yeah. I think it's move 1-1. I still think that. I don't know if that's right. I literally forgot. So let's go check. Check if it's the right move. And I'm sorry if it's not entertaining to watch someone try to slowly struggle through making tic-tac-toe in this program. It's an interesting concept for a program. I just don't think it's good yet. Like, it's just not there yet. Like, I think it can work, but it's just a little bit hard to work with at the moment, you know? Oh, hold on. Before we do that, do this again. And we're going to try shooting at it. Wait. Anyway. I think if I unselect all of these, it should make them no longer appear there in their really annoying fashion. We're also going to set turn to 0 again. Nope, they're what? Oh, okay, never mind, it worked. Alright, here we go, got another one. Move 1, 2. 1, 2. Hold on a second. Sorry, that took a while. Had to move the dumpsters because there's gonna be a storm apparently, so it's fun. Right? So yeah. Back to making this little board thing. Right. Please move this over here, please. Thank you. This is 1, 3. This is 1, 3. Not 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. I'll still eat them. I don't want to do it that way. Do it this way. I'm trying to keep it fairly consistent. This over for you as well. The reason I did this is because this has to be 2, 1. And you have to be 2, 1. Here, let me just move it over in you. Duplicate it. This is 2, 2. 2, 2. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Got a little confused apparently. So these should work. The definitely gonna be a lot of decent amount of polishing, I think, to this game. Can I just change the ground color, please, for the love of... Is this the ground? I just set the ground to a nice silver color. Let's set them all white. That'll look better. Move 3, 1. I wasn't done yet. I forgot the other one. Oh boy. Why am I always doing stuff like this though? Whether it's geometry, oh my gosh, I'm blindingly bright. Hold up. Whether it's oh, I light that bright, bro. No, it's the fact that I have a white screen. That's why. Anyway, got distracted. It's like a geometry dash. I'm changing everything one by one tediously, and this I'm changing everything. That's just coding, I think, man. Rough. Especially like especially like not quite coding tends to have a lot of it, and it's kind of a pain. I don't know why I keep doing that. Yeah, it's definitely still optimized for mobile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to do that. Whatever you started doing, why did you start scaling, bro? Did it set the skies wrong now? You know what? I don't even know. I'm gonna delete you. Huh. One. But yeah, I have to flip it around. It's gonna be a pain. Not that it matters. I could just have them different, but yeah, it'll be easier just to have them mirror like that. Turn needs to be 1. 1. Set that to true instead. Oh, hip hip. We get to do all this nonsense. I don't think I'll ever get a affiliate at this rate, you know? My my dead chat, my lack of viewer. Yeah, but it's fine. I do this for me, not for you. Come on. Hey, I wouldn't have. I never would have finished this if it was just me, man. I never would have finished Humane either. So, it's really just talking to a Twitch chat that can keep me actually doing something. So that's nice. I'll probably do a chill stream, as I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'll probably do a chill stream again, like I did Sunday night after this, sometime after this stream when I'm done. So 2 streams in one day. That's kind of like cheating. I do this, yeah. You'll never know. They'll never know. Wait, no, that's not it. That's not right. It's doo-doo. I don't care. 2, 3. 2, 3. Alrighty, there we go. That's fun. Hey, look at that. 6 out of 9. 6 out of 9. What? Sorry, I can't duplicate downwards. Okay, whatever. That was weird. Alrighty. 3, 3. 3, 3. Now that I've done that, one, I'm probably gonna have to add some extra teleporters just for testing this. But not quite ready yet. I also forgot that I still have you to set up. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see. What is it? What am I doing? Right, on start. Game starts. I don't know what locks do. Let's see. So what it needs to do Um, just not make. This needs to be an if else. So this needs to be an if else, and then inside of the if else, we put an optional. What am I doing? Yeah, not worried about that. All right, so this needs to check if join is equal to 0. Actually, I don't need any of this complicated nonsense at all. Never mind, I just need an optional. There's nothing else that runs. I just made a very silly way of doing this. Turn. This one. There we go. All right. So now we also. Oh yeah, we need an event actually. It's actually a bunch of stuff I've yet to do. Name turn changed. Get this equal to the turn. Turn. Changed. I forgot what I was doing first. Join. Set number. Oh, let's not use set. Let's use increment. joined by -1. Oh yeah, we also this doesn't matter much. We also need to set the number first team. Yep, so first team needs to be set to turn as well. So anyway, now that we've done this, what I can do is go here. Actually, it's a plain event. What am I thinking? So we just have to send join. Join. There we go. We're getting closer, guys, to having something that resembles tic-tac-toe. No, these are mainly for playtesting. So, one, if I go into the room, there shouldn't be anything going on either. Right. If I go through one of these, still nothing. Go to this other one. See, still nothing. Back. Let's go through the other one. And hold on. Looks like I need to go to the other side. And great, the game didn't work. That's what we love to see, guys. That's what we love to see. What? Why didn't it show up? How do I? That's what debug does? Oh, that's really useless. Okay. What? Hold on. We need a debug text, so. So I can also set this to. Burn. Zero. Okay. So it's set to 1, so it should be on the other side. But it didn't work. Why aren't any of you showing up? That should mean that it's changed to 1. The space. Was 0, then it should show itself. Which, that should be alright. I'm sorry, what'd you do? Clearly this is running. Turn is the number, it says. Clearly turn is being changed. What on earth is happening? It clearly should show up. Nothing, right? It says it's team 1, right? Guess what? Nothing. What on earth is going on here? That's turn change. Are they different events? Turn change. That's why. Set this wrong. No longer need debug number. Figured it out. There's no D. I said there is no D. Why are you in the middle of everything? Who in their right mind gave you the right to be there? Alright. Now it should work. And technically speaking, the entire game is fully functional now. It's just you can't see what's going on. So I don't know why I clipped this. Did it actually pick team 2 this time? Alright, so you can actually play the game. So if we wanted to, we could start center. Go over. Center should be gone. Pick top left. Bottom left. So, yeah, the entire game works, right? Now, for the sake of the game, I suppose I should probably... It no longer works. Whoa, that's the wrong one. That was a little buggy. We can race. But, technically speaking, I'm about to win. Woohoo. Nothing works. And the game ends. Alright. Nothing happens and the game ends. That's pretty nice. So, since there's no real way of seeing what's happening on the game, that's what I have to do next. So, exciting. So, you know how we made those boxes before? Where am I? There we go. So, let's duplicate you. Let's make another one for you. So we're going to make another board. These guys. Which are going to do practically the same thing. But not. So we're going to make it add behavior. And when game starts, loop an infinite number of times. If else. Oh no, I clicked twice. Whatever. Space. It will what am I doing? Right, it should set object visibility. It'll be visible. It won't be visible. The condition. That the space is 2. That is the condition. And the condition that we have the event, number event, move 1 1. Set number, space, number. Wait, move isn't a number event. I'm an idiot. Nope, it is a true false event. Get true false event, move 1 1. In case of true, we're going to set number. Both of them are the exact same. We're going to choose 1 or 2. We'll have to change the move for each one, but that's it. This is really all it is. Alright. Now we're going to program the skull similarly. I really wish I could just copy the behavior, but it's not well optimized. Because you cannot do it. It is not possible to drag it and copy it. So the only way to copy it is, of course, to get the event. Just to make it. You just have to remake it. Game starts. Also, well, yeah, I guess this is just completely invariant of this stuff. So that shouldn't be that hard. Or technically this is on this square. Move 1 2. And this is going to be else in it. Variable 1 is equal to, guess what? 1. We're gonna call this, once again, call this space. Then this also have an if else, which will affect space 1, 2. Direct. So now you're gonna be able to actually visualize tic-tac-toe as well. Visualize the board. Alrighty. Yeah, might as well. Literally unplayable. The skull and the box are slightly offset from each other. Literally unplayable. uh, that's like why I can't use this, is because like if it actually would just work like the other copy feature, it would be usable, but it doesn't. So it's just a lot more work this time. Apparently duplicating cannot work without some serious convincing. Feels like they're getting more offset, but why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why does it get more offset, you know? Anyway. Anyway. Let me just place all of them. And we'll do all the skulls and all of them as well. Like this. Alrighty, just a lot of copying, pasting. That's what programming's all about. Just copying, pasting. Even visual programming. That's the crux of it. My goodness, what is this nightmare of a project? And the funny thing is, it's just for some crappy tic-tac-toe, man. Just for some crappy tic-tac-toe. Like, I think anyone can do this. This is like a full-blown tutorial if you ever want to make this crappy tic-tac-toe game. No? So anyway, how is all 0 of you doing on this fine evening? Hopefully you are doing well. That's not what I wanted to change. There we go. Making this heinous nightmare of something to call tic-tac-toe. Three, 2. 3, 3. And so now should have a display in this room, the boxes room. So we have to start up the game, of course. That's odd. Why is there no sound? Stop. I hate when it does that. Sound go. Come back, sound. So now if I say hit the middle one, look at that, a box appeared, and then let's go over. Let's hit the corner this time. Look, this is gonna be interesting. There's a yeah. This is in the corner. So we're in the center. So look, it works. You can actually see the tic-tac-toe happening. If we roughly play out the same game, you can actually start seeing it happen, which is pretty cool. So it works. That's all that matters. All right. You know what? I'm so to make sure I didn't select the wall on accident. That means it should have also reflected automatically too. So if I play it, what's important is self-consistency to me, more so than should be skull this time, I expect. Yeah. I really should have picked something that would have made it more obvious straight away, although I guess it's never going to be obvious straight away, huh? So if I do, let's do this. Wait, no, it's not self-consistent, is it? No, not annoying. means I have to do the reflection myself. There we go. Now it should be right. Okay. So we've made the core functionality of tic-tac-toe. I have done it. The core functionality is there. Now I just need to make this game not look so bad. Right, it's already in the wall. It's pretty nice. Wait, I thought there was a way you could add text onto an object. Wait for what? Why does it never finish its text? It's so hard to know what anything does when it just cuts off. Whatever. I guess not. It's tic-tac-toe. Hopefully they figure it out. My gosh, why does it move things? It's so annoying. Just stop moving things. Um, think this affects the player object itself. How do I know the player's team? That doesn't matter though. Skull. Is it skulls win or skull win? Let me go look at what the wins were called. Blah blah blah. Skull win, box win. Okay. Oh my gosh. No. Skull win. Box win. And draw. I don't think I want to use that. Duration. Next. There we go. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, time to win again. Alright, we have to go to the other side first, but I'm gonna win again. Here we go. First ever win. First ever win. Box team wins. It kicks me out. Anyway. Could make the walls change color. The let's see. This should be the final touches. So we have skull, win, box, win, and draw. Why did you delete that? What? Alright, whatever. Why is there 8 colors? There should only be 1. That's a lot of control. I don't get it. 7F. Alright, now I can test this again. Please don't do that. Alright. We can test it again. Move this back over. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do this in a pretty easy fashion. Let's start with the skull. I don't even know how I'm gonna figure out how to rush over there fast enough to really test all this. So, same old finish that I did before. Just for testing. You gotta be kidding me. I got confoozled. It looks red. Wait, why was the skull? Oh yeah, because I forgot to switch them over. That's why. Okay, we're gonna remove this fog. It's really annoying. Ugh. Why is the scroll so slow? Huh. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Alright. Try this again. Yeah. Upgraded tic-tac-toe, and it works. That's pretty cool. I've technically not checked every single win or drawing and stuff like that yet, but alright. Look like I'm trying to win. There we go. Green. Box team wins. Did I say side instead of team? I should do that. Make it side instead of win. Oh my gosh. There we go. Now that I've pretty much confirmed that everything here works correctly, it's time to draw. Let's get a draw. Too hard. Right, so drawing should be really easy. You just have to not try to win. So, yeah. I wonder which draw position this is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the Y position, aren't I? For a second I thought it was on the opposite color. I'm kind of a little stupid on that part. I was like, oh no, did I accidentally win? Nah, I didn't. Yeah. That's to get a draw. Just to stop. And then should be a draw. Yep. The game was a draw. Alright. I think the game is finished. I don't know if it'll be too confusing, but maybe we should add text on the game start. It's just not a game starts for this. We'll make this last for 30 seconds. I think this should work. Should go away eventually. All right. I think that's about it. Is it gonna go away? There he goes. Okay. So I'm going to delete the extra teleporters that I put in. Now this should be done. Oh, wait, what? How do I rotate? Hold on, let's make a good thumbnail. How do you place text in the title? What did I place? What? Wait. Oh crap. What do I undo? That's not what I meant to do. There we go. There we go. Um, why? Okay, there we go. Hello, where is the button? There we go. Why is it so hard to control? Either way, it's not letting me do what I want. Anyway, we're just gonna make this very much red. Then we'll go posting settings, set thumbnail. Why is it zooming now? It looks offset though. Why? Oh, whatever. Tic-tac-toe battle. It's done. Woo. I did it. I made the game. Hello? Publish. Hello? Alrighty then. I don't know what happened. Let me see something actually. That's the wrong thing. Theoretically, the game should be here. Okay. That's not good at all. Let's reopen it. Right. What that means. Publish. Hello? Can you just not publish games for some reason? What's happening? Won't let me post it. There it is, finally. I made it. I did the thing. Oh my gosh. Tic-tac-toe. Battle. No one's here yet. It's the newest game on the block. I don't think I'm ever gonna pair it up. But I did it. Did the game. Create a new post. Hold on. Gotta see my going on over here. But I'm gonna make a post for it here. there's someone online. No. Okay, whatever. Oh, is that just how many people have played it? Right. Alright. Hold on. I hate when it does stuff like this. I just want to take a screenshot. Right. I just want to clip a picture. But whoop-de-whoop. I can't. I can't take a picture. I can't bloody take a picture of it because it won't let me see it. Because it closes every time. It's so annoying. Download thing here. I wonder if I can find it. Doesn't look like it. That is what it's called. Alright, so I think that should be good. I've done it. I've made tic-tac-toe. Now, time for literally no one to play it because that is a really bad tic-tac-toe as well. But honestly, that was an adventure. That was fun. I enjoyed myself. I feel like this is a whole plethora of data on how to make one the state of soba, at least at the alpha stage I had. You know, we got that. You have how to make a soba game. Whole entire thing on how to make tic-tac-toe in soba. Oh, have some fun. See tic-tac-toe. And generally just how to make tic-tac-toe if you want to make it in something like this. You could use similar techniques in Roblox, although the logic and everything would probably run smoother and there'd be better ways of doing it. And pretty much any other program, it would have been a lot simpler, actually. Even more, like, even simpler than this. Because it's a fairly primitive, at the moment, 3D game maker, so it doesn't have too much in terms of capabilities. But wow, that was fun. That was a journey. So hope you enjoyed. You enjoyed the journey. I know I was quiet sometimes. I'm just like that with game dev. I'm not good at doing game dev streams, I don't think. Mainly because it's hard to figure out what to talk about when my brain's just like, oh, oh, you know what I'm saying? But I tried. I gotta get some clips from this maybe to show of it. So, all right, bye. I'll probably stream it a bit here. Not too long, I don't think. I don't know. I might not stream actually, but I need. No, I did 3 hour stream. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I actually, so I won't. So anyway, bye bye.